Aren't you using a rubilopus?
Chris asked. Fiona reached beneath her collar and pulled out a pendant, revealing a crimson, glowing rubilopus dangling as its centerpiece. We haven't been able to try it yet, Fiona said, her expression clouded with distress. Since the search area hadn't been narrowed down, we were strictly forbidden from using it recklessly. Though even if I did use it, I'm not sure if it would point to the exact location anyway. Fiona had a fair point. If a guiding stone like the rubilopus was triggered before the search grid was sufficiently localized, its resonance could accidentally reveal the coordinates to any number of unwanted factions. Keeping it sealed for now was the correct call. Yet, Chris wondered how they were supposed to navigate blind. In the undersea city, they had been guided as if by fate, crossing paths with the exact people needed to unearth the Aqua crystal. It was only because the final location was narrowed down that they could safely awaken the stone. Standing in a realm where they had zero intelligence, Chris had no idea how to pinpoint their starting line.
Pardon me, but could you let me see that rubilopus for a moment?
Lanimir asked, extending a hand. Oh, of course, Fiona replied, unclasping the necklace and passing it across the hexagon. Lanimir turned the rubilopus over in his palm, examining it closely.
This hasn't been activated yet, has it?
What do you mean by that?
Wait, you weren't aware?
Lanimir asked, his eyes widening in genuine surprise. No, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, please don't apologize. If it's dormant, it is no wonder you haven't been able to track anything down.
Lanimir rose from his kuteya, raising the pendant high. With his other hand, he drew a staff from the inner lining of his coat. At the pommel of the staff sat a circular rubilopus. But this stone was incomparably translucent, radiating a fierce, brilliant light that made Fiona's and Chris's look dim by comparison. Bringing the tip of his staff close to the pendant, Lanimir began to mutter a low incantation.
Incansadra.
He chanted, sealing the sequence with a sharp command. Instantly, Fiona's rubilopus erupted into a brilliant, fiery crimson flame.
Adus, a Ventus.
As the flames subsided, Lanimir uttered one final cantarmel.
Now, it will be fine,
Lanimir said with a warm smile, handing the pendant back to Fiona. Oh, thank you. As Fiona took the necklace back, the stone's radiance was night and day compared to moments before. Much like Lanimir's own stone, its clarity had dramatically intensified.
When a rubilopus is left unactivated, it barely responds even if you stand right next to your target.
Lanimir explained.
All dragon stones are like that. If they remain asleep, they cannot unleash their true power. They must be awakened specifically for the task at hand. Haven't you ever heard of this?
Fiona shook her head helplessly. I've never heard of such a thing. They never taught us that at the academy either. Claire muttered, looking visibly shaken by the revelation.
Is that so? It's common knowledge in the aerial city,
Lanimir murmured, tilting his head as he thoughtfully stroked his chin.
Perhaps the tradition simply isn't common practice in the subterranean world.
Sana nudged Chris softly from behind.
Why don't you have him look at yours too?
Chris nodded, catching the bronze-haired man's attention.
Excuse me, Lanimir, could you take a look at mine as well?
Chris stood, drawing his dagger from its sheath and offering it across the space. Lanimir took the blade, staring intensely at the embedded rubilopus before lifting his gaze to lock eyes with Chris.
Did you truly locate Aqua with this?
Yes.
When Chris nodded, Lanimir let out a soft, stunned murmur, unbelievable.
Oh, but the location of the Aqua crystal was already mostly narrowed down by the time we...
Chris began to explain, but Lanimir raised a hand, shaking his head.
No, even if that were the case, the crystal elements are the stones of ancient high dragons, sealed away by priests who possessed the most formidable life force in history. Tracking one down with a dormant rubelapis is an absolute miracle, even for a chosen one.
Lanimir tilted his head again, utterly mystified.
You must possess an extraordinary baseline of spiritual life force, Lord Chris.
Nodding in sincere admiration, Lanimir raised the dagger and executed the exact same activation ritual. Thank you, Chris said, accepting the reawakened dagger.
So, what exactly changes now that it's activated?
An activated rubelapis will pulse with light to alert you when you draw near the objective.
Lanimir replied.
Once the glow reaches its peak brilliance, chanting the cantarmel of invocation will unveil the hidden path. Furthermore, the radius at which the stone begins to react is directly proportional to the wielder's own life force.
I see, Chris thought, nodding as the pieces clicked together. If we had known about this function back in the undersea city, we might have avoided a massive amount of misdirection and confusion. Looking back, the fact that we had been guided straight to Aqua despite a dormant stone meant we had been incredibly lucky.
Thank you, Lanimir, Fiona, and to the rest of you. I offer my profound apologies. We in the central office were severely lacking in our lore.
Torme said, bowing deeply toward Fiona's row to take accountability.
But this is a great relief. We are now one step closer to Ventus.
Fiona offered a bright, encouraged smile, nodding along with Torme's words.
Well then everyone, our preparations are finally complete.
Torme announced, his expression hardening as his sharp gaze swept across the chamber.
It is time to deploy to our respective posts. Are we ready?
Every single soul in the room nodded back, their eyes locked in quiet resolve.
Then let us move out.
At Torme's rallying cry, the council rose to their feet as one.